So it's time to say goodnight. So let's hear from our host for one final time. And let's begin with a good night from Trinidad.
Good night, everybody.
Have we bruised you up?
Have you what, Mia?
Bruised you up.
Did
I manhandle you?
Good night, everybody.
Okay, I'll accept that answer. And Mark Moffat, good night from you.
Good night. If you have midterms, get out there and vote, obviously. But
yes,
thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And Cameron Glass, good night from you.
I was going to say the exact same thing, Mark. So, question, is lavender in season? Good night, everyone.
Answer no.
And Cal Gajraj, good night from you.
So I'm excited to be the ambassador for the National LGBT Task Force Gala this year. So it's Saturday, October 22nd. If you go buy your tickets, select my name under number 4. We're trying to promote the after party. It's only $50. It's the biggest event of the year. And the website is thetaskforcegala.com.
Absolutely excellent. And you'll get to see our other half, our news half side of Queer News Tonight, because we're going to be broadcasting Queer News Tonight and our evening news show at the Task Force Gala. And a good night from Faye What?
Faye What? So, you know, it's LGBTQ plus History Month, but it is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm here to let you boys know that 1 in every 100 diagnosed cases of breast cancer are boys. So make sure that, you know, if you feel something or if you have a history of it in your family, go check it out. I am right here sitting here a year and a half cancer free. And the only reason that is because I caught that shit early. That's it. All right. And I'm really looking forward to being back here at this table with some of you next Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, that's it, or some of them. I mean, do you know some? Wait, have I been replaced?
No, with you.
Wait, I am coming back.
And some of them.
Oh, and some of them. Okay.
It's a pleasure, guys.
It's been a pleasure meeting you.
So happy to be here.
That's it. Another week with It's Happening Out. You sat right here at the LGBTQ kitchen table as we kikied on so many things that we think are important to our LGBTQ community. I challenge you. We're approaching, as we're celebrating this month of Halloween, it's the high holy days of Halloween for LGBTQ community, but November 8th is right on top of us. And I'm not going to preach because you've heard me on that, and I do all kinds of things in community of why that's important. But I do want to say what's important of what you've watched tonight. What's important of what you've watched tonight is that you can't see this anyplace else, period. Full stop. Drop mic. You can't. There is no place in America that is doing this and saying you're important enough that we want to put really fun and interesting things in front of you. Conversely, on the other side, there's no place in the world. Faye and I and Cal's done it. Mark's done it. You guys have to come and do it. Queer News Tonight. We're the only place in America, we're the only place in the world that is doing nightly evening news in the LGBTQ community. Exactly the opposite of this. On Monday morning, Faye What got in bed with a really hot guy and a very famous Top Chef lesbian. And that is the only place in the world that something like that happens, where Faye says, I think that this is important, and talk about it.
Yeah.
All 3 examples are completely different examples. Completely different. And we're doing it because we think you're important enough to have these kind of conversations in front of you. So make sure you share us, because you have really an obligation to help us do that, propel our conversation. It can't all be about the 2-for-1 drinks on the Wilton Drive. We love them. I love them. But it can't all be about that, and that cannot define us. And that's why we think you should support this. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.